Hi, I'm Craig Stevenson, and this is an SEC college football update. I'm going to give you my predictions for the college football Week 10 in the Southeastern Conference. There's 6 games on the SEC slate for Week 10. Let's start with 2 non-conference showdowns. First off, University of Texas El Paso takes on Texas A&M. Now the Aggies are ranked 12th, and they're 6-2 hosting a UTEP team that's 1-6. I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of debate here. Johnny Football is going to run and pass all over UTEP. He could probably throw in the backup as well. A fellow Texas school in UTEP is going to lose big. Moving on to the next one, Alabama State at 6-2 takes on Kentucky, traveling to Kentucky, who is currently 1-6. I'm going to officially put Kentucky on upset alert on this one. Alabama State is going to come in there. They're going to be very motivated to knock off an SEC power school. They're going to frustrate them early, and they're going to come away with a close victory. And moving on to the next game, coming off of the huge loss at home against South Carolina, Missouri hosts Tennessee. Now, Tennessee 4-4 is kind of one of those programs that you really thought was on the rise. They beat South Carolina, the really close loss to Georgia, but they just got absolutely pounded by Alabama in Tuscaloosa. They're going to come into this game very motivated to get that next win, to get them that much closer to a bowl game, and I see them taking on a Missouri team that's very upset and still a little hungover from their loss last week against South Carolina, and I see the Vols escaping with a close one. Moving on to the next one, 2 conference foes. Auburn is visiting Arkansas. Now, Auburn is 7-1, ranked 11 in the country, while Arkansas, under a new head coach, is 3-5. Now, Arkansas really needs, much like Tennessee, to get those few more victories and be bowl eligible. But against an Auburn team that beat Texas A&M and a very motivated group, a very big, talented defensive line, and Gus Malzahn at the helm, who was with them when they won the national championship with Cam Newton. And I see Auburn being just a little too much for Arkansas to handle, and Auburn goes into Arkansas and gets the victory. Moving on to our next one, Mississippi State travels to South Carolina. Now, South Carolina 6-2. They still are behind Missouri a game for the conference title game, where they would go and probably face what everybody expects, Alabama, in the SEC championship game. They kind of control their own destiny here. They need to win this game. I think South Carolina has this new swagger to them. They're going to go into their home stadium and they're going to probably pound on Mississippi State and get to 7 wins. That'll put them at 7-2. Moving on, let's talk my SEC match of the week, Georgia versus Florida. Now, both teams are 4-3, and if you'd have told the programs at the beginning of the year that you're going to lose 3 games by Week 10, that probably wouldn't have sat well with either coach or program. So, who's going to come away with the victory here? I think it's going to be a very close game. Not a lot of points, a lot of defense. Georgia's very banged up, but I see them frustrating Florida's offense as well. But Georgia's not going to be able to have as much of defensive stops, and Florida has a little bit more speed. So I'm going to pick Florida on this one in a very close, low-scoring game. So that does it. That is the 6 matchups for Week 10 in the SEC. I'm Craig Stevenson. Thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to comment, give me some feedback if you liked the show, and please stay tuned. Maybe subscribe. I'm going to continue to do these updates and predictions on all of the major conferences in college football. Anyway, this has been Craig Stevenson. Thank you.